What is up, everybody? How's it going? Austin prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Hope you're having a good day so far. It's Winning Wednesday. It's Winning Wednesday. We're going to make this live quick, short, and sweet, and hopefully very helpful for you. If you are living in an area right now where gyms are, potentially closing. I know that they're doing that in Canada in some areas. USA may be, soon to follow in certain parts of the world. And it's one of those things that it unfortunately sucks a lot, but it's one of those situations where it's like, you know, and I'm not going to say the name of it because I know that Facebook will probably flag this video or not show it to people. But the C word is making things difficult right now for a lot of people and a lot of gym owners and things like that right now. I know that and people who are thinking about starting their fitness journey or are currently on their fitness journey that might be stressed out about this. I just want to let you guys know that you can make great progress from at home. Especially maintain at the very least, but you can definitely make great progress at home. It's almost like the worst timing ever for people who are thinking about starting their journey for these things to happen. I don't know of anything in the U.S. yet, but I know in Canada, a lot of areas are planning on shutting down gyms again. And it's one of those things. I'm not here to talk politics or anything like that. I'm not here to talk about that side of things. But what I am here to talk about is how to get you guys results and for you to still continue to get results from at home if you can't get to a gym because they're closed, right? So what we're going to talk about here today. And first and foremost, I want to say, if you're watching this, give this video a like. Feel free to comment, say hi, so I know you're watching this. Hashtag replay for watch this later time, so that way I know you saw it. Helps other people see this. You might help somebody see this that might be freaking out right now, who might feel like they, are going to lose all their progress, or they're like, man, I finally got this really good thing going for me, and I don't want my routine to get thrown off. Or, for a lot of people, the gym is like a sanctuary. It is a place it's an outlet. It's a place to, work through your frustrations and your struggles. And taking, and in a lot of ways, sometimes it can almost be this like, form of therapy for a lot of people. And hey, Signa. And so it's one of those things where it's like, man, like having that taken away from people, it definitely leads to an increase in, mental health struggles and things like that for a lot of people. And it's one of those things that it sucks a lot. Thankfully it's not happening right now in certain parts of the U.S., but it very well could. Like very, very, very well could, especially with how rapidly certain things are spreading right now with the C word. And yeah, so, and again, not here to talk politics, not here to talk the science behind what I believe or what you believe. That's not what this is about. But what it is about is to help you guys still get results for your progress if your gym shuts down, which it very well could. So that's what we're going to talk about. What's up? Guess you joined a gym last month, and let's go. That's awesome. Good deal. Hopefully it doesn't close, but if it does, this is what we got to do. This is what we do. So first and foremost, you can still make great progress from at home, especially if your goal is weight loss or fat loss, because 99% of fat loss and weight loss in general is through nutrition, but how you look and feel whenever you get to your goal weight, that's where the lifting weights and the strength training and exercise comes into play. So what can you do at home, right? What can you do at home if you're one thing first and foremost that I want to say, if you go look for weights, go get free weights right now while they're still on the shelves before people panic buy the shit out of them, and then it's like the whole toilet paper situation all over again with the weights, right? Because that happened too. Everybody was out of weights. People were up like selling, like people were freaking. What's that term? Whenever you sell stuff for really really high, that gas stations do sometimes. Price gouge. Yeah, when people are going to be price gouging like crazy. So like think ahead, plan ahead, and get get your weights now. Get a set. So I'm going to tell you guys like three things that you probably want to have, if you can. Get access to them so that way you can work out from home just as well. I also want to say that we make at-home plans. We make at-home workout plans that are customized to you, to your goals, to your needs over here at prechtelevate Performance. So if it's something that you're interested in, we can make it work for you as well. If it's something that you're worried about because you don't know how to structure a workout plan properly, let us know, and we can help you out with that. So, but yeah, so what you need though, what you guys need. So let's see. Our next list. Yeah, exactly. Yep, absolutely. And so, it's one of those things, guys. So what you need right? What do you need to actually, make progress or reach your goals? One, know what the hell you're doing with your nutrition. That's the most important thing, first and foremost. Gyms aside, like you're not going to see the progress that you want to see unless your nutrition is on point, or at least you're being consistent with it, for the most part. But there's a couple of options here. If you're going forward, if you're trying to, if you're trying to figure out an alternative to the gym, right? If your gyms are going to be closing, um, you know, you know, this is what you're going to need to do. One, you can make progress with at home like body weight workouts, right? You can, especially depending on where you're at in your own journey. Like if you're just starting out and you're a newbie, or if you are, if you are like, very overweight and certain movements hurt your joints and things like that, body weight exercises can be a really good introduction to build that strength up while you're focusing on your nutrition going forward. But for a lot of people, that body weight exercises don't sound that fun. For a lot of people, body weight exercises aren't going to help them make progress towards their goals. If they're like, an intermediate, or, like they're past kind of like the beginner novice stage of their journey. And so what do you need, right? So a couple of things that I think are really important for anybody to have, and you can do pretty much, you can have an excellent workout that's going to make you feel sore as hell the next day, and it's going to help you make progress towards your strength, and muscle gaining goals. But one of the things you need is, dumbbells or bands. Preferably dumbbells and bands, but preferably, like, if you had to choose one or the other, dumbbells always typically went out in my book, in terms of like the progress that you can actually make in the effectiveness of a workout. So, having a set of dumbbells, right? Having a set of dumbbells, super important. Or a barbell is fine too, but if you have dumbbells, you can typically kind of do, they're more versatile than a barbell is. And so, set of dumbbells. If you can, two or three sets of dumbbells that are in different weights, like light, medium, and large. Most people, might not be able to afford that. But if you can, go for that. But if not, one set of dumbbells is fine. Have it kind of be in like an in between, like where it's like, kind of hard, kind of heavy, but you can do like 8 to 12 reps with it, right? Regularly. So I would say that. So you need a set of dumbbells. If you get bands, okay, get a band that's kind of like this that has like a handle. Get a band that's kind of like this that has a handle. Mine has handles. It's just attached to another band. Get this kind of band, right? Don't get this shit. Don't get that physical therapist booty band bullshit, because that ain't gonna get you anything. That's not gonna get you where you want to be. You don't want one of these. You want one of these, right? These are for physical therapy. This is for actually like exercising, and so that's what I would say to that, because you can have, and so doing that, a chair is a good option, or a bench if you can. That's even better. If you can find one, if you have one, excellent. You're like above and beyond prepared for, if things shut down or close down again. Um, and so it's one of those things where you can make great progress. I want to reassure everybody here, you don't need a gym to make great progress. Is having a gym convenient and nice and kind of like a sanctuary to get away at times? Yes, it is for sure. And is it more effective? Typically, yes, because you have access to more equipment. But you can do these things at home. You can turn your own house, like a section of your house, or you can turn your garage. You can turn like if you got a shed or something like that. Like we got the dojo of iron for the next week before we leave. Having an area set aside, that's your gym space, right? That's your gym space. And being like, that's my little workout zone. Maybe set up a little mirror there too. Like if you have a mirror in the house, just to like kind of like, encourage encourage that behavior. Because like whenever I work out at home, like whenever I work out at the gym, I like to see myself in the mirror. I like to see myself. I like to see the muscles moving. I like to see how awesome I freaking look whenever I'm at the gym. And kind of creating and facilitating that kind of environment in your own house. You can do that if you've got a mirror. But what I would suggest long term though, like just all you need is, you can do body weight exercises, but preferably, having like a bench or a chair, a set of dumbbells, three if you can, ideally, that'd be great. A barbell is fine too if you have it, and bands. But don't do PT bands, don't do personal or physical therapy bands. Do the bands that I showed you. Make sure that they don't need to have a handle, but it's a lot more convenient if they do. And if it's something that you guys are concerned about right now, in your area possibly shutting down, like it could be coming. So just be prepared for that. And at the end of the day, like I want to reassure everybody here that you can make great progress even from working out at home. At the end of the day, focus, make sure that you're focusing on your diet though, right? Because that's one of the things that is tough, because it can fall by, your diet can fall by the wayside if you get depressed, or if you get like, that section of your life kind of shut down, right? Not having access to that environment or that culture, or that equipment and things like that. And so, just if it is happening in your area, just stay tight, stay strong. No point in focusing on things that we can't control, right? No point in focusing on the negative shit. Just focus on the positive and trudge onward and trudge forward and keep making progress because you can do it. You can make progress even from at home on your journey. It may not be as fun, right? Like I would much rather go to the gym than work out from home. Trust me. But if it comes down to it, I'm not gonna let my fucking progress fall by the wayside. That's letting this shit win, right? And we're not about that shit. We're about showing up for ourselves. We're about making progress. We're about having that tenacity to push through and make progress even when it's not easy because we can do hard things. We are stronger than our struggles, and yeah, you guys got this shit. So, but just like I said, shameless plug, if you are concerned about your gym shutting down and not having access to workouts or things like that, we do all that stuff here at prechtelevate Performance. If this is something that like, and we customize it to your goals, to your schedule, to what equipment you have or don't have available, and we make shit work for people. So, yeah. But other than that, guys, if that's all I really got for you today. But that's all you need. That's all you need to see progress. If your gym closes down, you have to work out from home, right? And we've even, in the past, if people couldn't afford, exercise equipment, we've shown them how to make their own out of like household objects. Like you got a fucking backpack and a bag of rocks or sand. You got some weights. You got some milk jugs that you can fill with dirt or rocks. Sweet. You got some freaking weights. At the end of the day, it's about being adaptive. It's about being, looking something in the face and being like, man, that fucking sucks, but I'm gonna do this shit anyways. I'm gonna make progress. Like I'm not gonna let that stuff like weigh me down. I'm not going to be defeated by, a tiny little fucking little bitch germ. So at the end of the day, that's all I really got for you guys today. I hope that this is, valuable for you guys. Jokes aside, I hope that everybody stays healthy and does their best, and check in on your friends, right? Checking in on your friends, their mental health and things like that, especially if things get crazy and get shut down again. That's when we need to be at least checking in on each other, and even if it's just virtually connected, more than ever during those moments, because that's definitely one of those things that even for myself, it was a struggle. So stay strong, be a leader, right? Be a leader, and do your best to look adversity in the face and be like, nah, like I'm still showing up for myself. I'm going to reach my goals, and because you guys owe it to yourself and you deserve it. So hope that this was valuable. I hope that you got some value from this. But yeah, like I said, just get what I said. If you can, equipment wise available. If you can't, let me know. I'd be happy to help. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. It's go time. It's game time. New Year's is still happening. You can still have a new year and a new you, even if things are shut down. So yeah, let's go. Other than that, I'll talk to you all later. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like I said, hashtag replay. If you saw this, give this video a like so other people get a chance to see it. And other than that, I will talk to you all later. Let me know your number one takeaway. Peace